I want to finish up with a question. How do things currently stand between the SDLP and Fianna Fáil? Is the official partnership still in place?
Well, I suppose when you think about how that came around, there was lots of talk in the media about mergers and pre-mergers and everything else, and that wasn't coming from me. What I had said, and what we had said very clearly, is that we were intent on working together on policies to try to change, try to influence the Irish government. The Irish government are now spending I've got now about £500 million in a bank account to spend on the shared islands unit, which will actually be about really investing in our economy and our society north of the border. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the partnership that we have with Fianna Fáil and the influence that I was able to bring to bear on the Taoiseach to bring that about. So that's a very tangible, and for us it was about people, it was about influencing the Irish government, and I think we've done that quite successfully. Is this the precursor to a merger? It isn't. I mean, and the SDLP will always, in my view, exist for as long as people vote for it. And I have defended the right and that position for all throughout those discussions with Fianna Fáil and with anybody else, and that remains the position.
I mean, we got another question on this. SDLP claimed to be a left-leaning party, a centre-left-leaning party. How can that be the case when they're in a partnership with Fianna Fáil?
Well, we'll just look at how we vote and our manifestos and everything we say. I think we have been to the left of nearly every party, probably bar the People Before Profit in the Assembly. If you look at our voting record, much further to the left than Sinn Féin. We weren't the people who voted to send the Tory party the power to change and cut benefits for our most vulnerable. We've always voted to protect union rights. We're a social democratic party. That's who we are. Our policies have never been changed or altered by anybody. I don't think Fianna Fáil are a right-wing party either, but that's another conversation for another day. But the SDLP stands on its own 2 feet. We're a social democratic and Labour party. Our policies reflect that. Our voting record reflects that. Everything that I do and Claire Hanna does in Westminster pretty clearly reflects that. And I'd love someone to tell me how that has changed. It hasn't one bit. And we're members of the European Socialists as well.
But of course, Claire Hanna resigned the SDLP whip over this issue, said that she would never be associated with a partnership with Fianna Fáil.
And that was fine for Claire, and Claire's back in the fold, and we worked very well together. We were meeting this morning about political strategy, and people had different views on that, and that's fine. And we look at it in time, and we can see how it all worked out. But the reality is, the SDLP, and I said this at the time, I say it again. The Social Democratic and Labour Party are here to stay. Those values, those policies are going nowhere. They were never on the line. They were never up for negotiation or up for grabs. And I think we have just used the influence that we have to bring about real change in people's lives. And I think the Shared Island Fund will bring about a real change in people's lives, particularly in areas that have been left behind. It'll do a whole lot more, frankly, than the Northern Ireland Executive have ever done for certain areas in the north that have been left behind. So I think we used our influence well. But the party is the party. It has never changed its perspective and all that. I know people took a different view. That's fine. I'm very comfortable and broad-shouldered on all of that. And but we work very closely together. And I would challenge anybody to look at our voting record anywhere, whether in Westminster or Stormont or anywhere else, and to tell us how we're not social democrats. And we're very much in that political space, and work very closely with our friends in Labour in Westminster as well.